Hello crocheters! In this beginner friendly crochet tutorial, I'm gonna be sharing with you how to create this tote bag. These are the materials we're gonna be using to crochet the tote bag. To begin, we're gonna be making a slip knot. Now go ahead and make a chain of 44. Once you have your chain of 44, go ahead and add 2 more. We're going to be skipping those 2 chains that we just made, and into the 3rd chain we're going to be working 2 double crochet there. Into the next 42 chains, work 1 double crochet. You should have 1 chain remaining at the end. Once you're at that last chain, we're going to be working 3 double crochet into that. You can mark the first and last stitch of the 3. Slightly turn your work as we're going to be working into these loops on the other side. We're not starting where we have those 3 double crochet, but into the loop following. Work 1 double crochet there and just keep working 1 double crochet into each of those loops all the way down. We're working into 43 loops on this side in total. Work over that yarn tail as you go. Into the chain that we worked the 2 double crochet in earlier, we're going to be placing 1 double crochet there as well. Onto our second round, we're going to be slip stitching into that first double crochet and then chain 2. Into that first double crochet that we slip stitched in, work 2 double crochet there. Into the second stitch, work 2 double crochet there as well. You can mark that stitch, and into the next 42 stitches just place 1 double crochet there until we're at the increase point. Once you've reached the increase point, into the first double crochet of the 3, work 2 double crochet into that. Remember to mark back your stitch. Into the next stitch, work 2 double crochet. Into the last stitch of the 3, work another 2 double crochet. Work 1 double crochet into the next 42 stitches. You should have 1 stitch remaining. Once you're at that last stitch, we're going to be working 2 double crochet into that. Moving on to our next round, slip stitch into that first double crochet, then chain 2. Into the same stitch that you just slip stitched in, work 1 double crochet into that. Into the second double crochet, work an increase, so put 2 double crochet there. Into that third stitch, work 1 double crochet, and then into that fourth stitch, work an increase, so 2 double crochet into 1 stitch. Into the next 42 stitches, work 1 double crochet. Place 1 double crochet into that marked stitch once you're at the increase point. You don't have to mark that stitch. Into the stitch following, work an increase, so put 2 double crochet there. After working that increase into the next stitch, work 1 double crochet, and into the stitch after that, place 2 double crochet there. Then work 1 double crochet again, and then an increase. After interchanging between 1 double crochet and an increase over those 6 stitches, work 1 double crochet into the next 42 stitches. You should have 2 stitches at the end. Work 1 double crochet and then an increase. Moving on to round 4, slip stitch into that first double crochet and then chain 2. Starting from the stitch that we slip stitch in, work 1 double crochet all around. Now the base of the tote bag is completed. This is the outer parts of the bag and this is the inner part of the bag. Now we're going to move on to work on the body of the bag. So go ahead and slip stitch into that first double crochet and then chain 3. Into the next 3 stitches, work 1 double crochet. After working those 3 double crochet, we're gonna be skipping the next 3 stitches. So chain 3, and we're skipping over those 3 stitches, and into the 4th stitch work a double crochet. Into the next 2 stitches work 1 double crochet. Chain 3 after working those 3 double crochet. Then skip the next 3 stitches, and into the 4th work a double crochet there. Into the next 2 stitches work 1 double crochet. Let's do that again. Chain 3, and then skip the next 3 stitches, and into the 4th stitch work 1 double crochet. Into the next 2 stitches work 1 double crochet. Keep repeating this pattern of chain 3, skip 3, and then 3 double crochet all around, and I'll meet you near the end. You should end this run by chaining 3 and skipping over 3 stitches. Into that first double crochet, work a slip stitch. Then chain 6. Mark the 3rd chain out of the 6. We're gonna be skipping over these 3 double crochet, and into the chain 3 work 1 double crochet into each chain. So we're skipping over these 3 double crochet, and then we're gonna be chaining 3. Place 1 double crochet into each of the chain 3 from the previous round. Over these 3 double crochet, chain 3, and into each of these 3 chains make 1 double crochet. Keep repeating the pattern of chain 3, skip over the 3 double crochet from the previous round and make 1 double crochet into the next 3 chains, and I'll meet you at the end. You should end this round by working 1 double crochet into those last 3 chains. To move on to the next round, we're going to be slip stitching into that 3rd chain out of the 6. To start the next round, chain 3, and into those 3 chains, we're going to be working 1 double crochet into each of them. Chain 3 and skip over those 3 double crochet. Into the 3 chains, we're going to be working 1 double crochet into them. After working those 3 double crochet, chain 3, skip the 3 double crochet from the previous round and work 1 double crochet into each of those 3 chains. Keep repeating the pattern of chain 3, then skip the 3 double crochet from the previous round and work 1 double crochet into each of those 3 chains, and I'll meet you near the end. Moving on to our next round, slip stitch into the first double crochet. Next, chain 6, and remember to mark the 3rd chain out of the 6. Skip over those 3 double crochet and into the chain of 3, work 1 double crochet into each of them. Next, chain 3 and skip over the next 3 double crochet and work 1 double crochet into those 3 chains. Continue repeating this pattern. For next round, slip stitch into that third chain and then chain 3. Into each of those chains, work 1 double crochet. After making those 3 double crochet, keep repeating the pattern of chaining 3 over 3 double crochet and making 1 double crochet into each chain of 3. Repeat this pattern until you get the length that you want your tote bag to be. Also, if you're ending a round by slip stitching into a chain of 3, then when you're starting the next round, you're going to be making a chain of 3 and then 1 double crochet into the next 3 chains. If it's a case where you're ending the round by slip stitching into a double crochet, then to start the next round, you're gonna chain 6 and skip over the following 3 double crochet. Once you have your desired length for the tote bag, we're going to be slip stitching into that third chain. Chain 1, and all we're going to be doing for this round is single crocheting all around. So into each of those 3 chains, work a single crochet, and then once you're at the double crochet, work a single crochet into them. You should have 102 stitches at the end of this round. The next 2 rounds are going to be the same. So into that first single crochet, slip stitch, and then chain 1, and just work 1 single crochet into each stitch all around. After making those 2 rounds of single crochet, we're going to be marking a few stitches. Starting from where that first single crochet is at, mark stitch number 15. Starting from the stitch after the one we just marked, mark stitch number 22. Starting at the stitch marker, so this is 1, mark stitch number 15. Mark the stitch immediately following the one we just marked. Starting out where we placed that stitch marker, so this is 1, mark the 15th stitch. Starting at the stitch after the stitch marker, mark the 22nd stitch. Including the marked stitch, you should have 15 stitches at these 2 points. In the middle, you should have 21 stitches. So we're going to be working on the straps now. So slip stitch into that first single crochet, then chain 1. We're going to be making 1 single crochet up to where we have the stitch marker, and that should be 15 stitches up to that point. After making those 15 single crochet, we're gonna be making a chain. So chain 95. You can chain more or less depending on how long you want your strap to be. Once you have chained your desired length, ensure it's not twisted. From here to here, you should have 21 stitches, and we're gonna be using a crocheting into that mark stitch. So starting at this marked stitch to where the next stitch marker is at, we're making a total of 15 single crochet. After you've completed working those 15 single crochet, into the next 15 stitches, work 1 single crochet. The straps are worked by skipping over 21 stitches. After working over those 15 stitches, chain 95 for the strap. Ensure the strap isn't twisted, and we're going to be single crocheting into that marked stitch. So from here, we're going to be single crocheting until we reach the last stitch, and that's a total of 15 stitches. Okay, so for next round, slip stitch and chain 1. And starting from the stitch that we slip stitch in, we're going to be making 1 single crochet until we reach that stitch marker, and that's 15 stitches in total. After working those 15 single crochet, into each chain work 1 single crochet. After single crocheting into each of those chains, we're going to be working 1 single crochet into the next 30 stitches. Once you're at the next strap, go ahead and single crochet into each chain. In the remaining 15 stitches, work 1 single crochet. To build up on the strap, we're going to be making 2 more rounds of single crochet. So slip stitch into that first single crochet, then chain 1, and just single crochet around, and then after completing this round, make another one. Here we have the final result for the crochet tote bag. I hope this tutorial was helpful and thank you for watching. Feel free to check out my channel for more crochet tutorials.